flat tire. Alright. Start from the top to the bottom of my truck. Top of my truck. I'm gonna go over the lights, the outside clearance lights, and then the inside identification lights. Properly mounted secured, not broken, and all amber in color. Check my windshield and the seal around the windshield. Properly mounted secured, not cracked or broken, no abrasions, bulges, cuts. I'm gonna check my outside mirrors. Make sure they're properly mounted secured, not cracked or broken, clear and visible. I'm gonna check my headlights. Make sure it's properly mounted secured, not cracked or broken, and clear in color. Check my parking, emergency, and turn signals. Make sure they're properly mounted secured and their color, not cracked or broken. Check the seal around, make sure there's no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. I'm gonna check under my cab. Make sure there's no signs of leaks and no signs of debris. Use 3 points of contact. Open my hood. Come around to the passenger side of my engine compartment. I check my coolant reservoir, make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked or broken. I check the cap, make sure it's properly mounted. And make sure the seal inside has no abrasions, bulges, cuts, and is present. I check to make sure it's filled to the proper level. I'm gonna check my coolant hose, make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. Let's see. I'm gonna check my alternator, make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. Check my jam nut in the front of my alternator, make sure it's properly mounted and present. And check the belt on my alternator, make sure it's properly mounted secure, no abrasions, bulges, and cuts, and no more than 3/4 inches of play. I'm gonna check my water pump, make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm gonna check the belt to make sure that's present, and it is belt driven. I'm gonna check my exhaust. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm going to check my alternator wire. Make sure it's properly mounted secured and no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. Let's see. I believe I got everything on this side.
Hey, Rob. Indicate any leaks in your exhaust fluid.
Indicate the sign of leak.
I just wanted to get it on your video.
Over here. First thing I'm going to check is my firewall. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm going to check the hoses to my firewall. Make sure they're all present and connected, and make sure there's no abrasions, bulges, and cuts. I'm going to check my steering rod. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm going to check my steering knuckle. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked or broken, no missing nuts and bolts, and make sure it's properly greased. Check my gearbox. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No missing nuts and bolts, and it's properly greased. I'm going to check my power steering hose, make sure it's properly mounted secure, no abrasions, bulges, and cuts, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm going to check my power steering reservoir, make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm going to check the caps in my power steering reservoir, make sure it's properly mounted and secured. Check the seal inside, make sure there's no abrasions, bulges, and cuts. I'm going to check the dipstick to my power steering reservoir, make sure it's properly mounted and present. And I'm also going to check the level and make sure it's at the proper level. I'm going to check my oil caps, make sure it's properly mounted and secured. Check the seal inside, make sure there's no abrasions, bulges, and cuts, make sure it's present. I'm going to check my oil dipstick, make sure it's properly mounted and secured, make sure it's present. To check my oil level, I will take it out, wipe it, put it back in, take it out, and the oil level should be between add and full. I'm going to check my air compressor. The air compressor is internally driven. It is properly mounted, secured, not cracked or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. Let's see. I'm going to check. I'm going to move down to my drag link. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm going to check my pitman arm. I have 2 of them. I have one here and one here. Make sure I have a pitman arm right here
And right there?
and right here. Make sure they're properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I also have 2 castle nuts and 2 cotter pins. Make sure they're properly mounted, secure, not missing, and the pins are in place. I'm going to check my tie rod back here. Make sure that's properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm gonna check my U-bolts. Make sure they're properly mounted and secured and in place. Let's see, I'm gonna check my control arm mount. Make sure it's properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm gonna check my control arm. Make sure it's properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm gonna check my shock absorber. Make sure it's properly mounted, secured, no missing nuts or bolts, and no signs of leaks. Let's see. I'm going to check. Make sure I ain't missing nothing here. I'm going to check my airbag. Make sure it's properly mounted, secured. No signs of dry rot. And no missing nuts or bolts. I'm going to check my brake chamber hose. Excuse me. Make sure it's properly mounted, secured. No abrasions, bulges, or cuts. No missing nuts or bolts. I'm check my brake chamber. Make sure it's properly mounted, secured. Not cracked, bent, or broken. No missing nuts or bolts. No signs of leaks in here. I'm going to check my push rod and my slack adjuster. Make sure it's properly mounted, secured. Not cracked, bent, or broken. No missing nuts or bolts. And no missing pins or keys. That's the slack adjuster, and this is the push rod. To check your push rod, you will chock your wheel. You will park on level ground, chock your wheels, release your brakes, and there should be no more than an inch of play in your slack adjuster and push rod. All right. I'm going to move on to my wheel. So first thing I'm going to do is the tire. I'm going to check the inside and outside tire wall. Make sure it's properly mounted, secured, no abrasions, bulges, cuts. This is a radial tire, it must be a radial tire. Your PSI pressure will be indicated on the outside tire wall. That will let you know what your level needs to be at. I'm going to check my tire tread. It can be, the front tires can be no less than 4/32 of tire tread. Must be evenly worn. It must be a virgin tire, cannot be recapped. I think that's it for that. I'm going to check my inside rim. Make sure it's properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, no illegal welds. While I'm at my inside rim, I'm going to check my brake drum. Make sure it's properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. I'm also going to check my brake pad. Make sure it's properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. Can be no less than 1/4 of an inch thick. Must be square, not rounded. If it's rounded, it means it's wearing improperly. And there can be no oil between the pad and the drum. I'm going to check my outside rim. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no illegal welds. I'm going to check my valve stem. Make sure it's properly mounted and present, and it must be capped with a metal cap. To check the pressure, you would need a commercial air gauge. I'm going to check my lug nuts. Make sure they're properly mounted, secured, none missing. And I'm going to check for any signs of rust or shiny threads, which will indicate a loose lug nut. I'm going to check my hub seal. Make sure it's properly mounted, secured, and it has to be checked by a commercial mechanic. It can't be removed. I believe I got everything there. I'm going to move on to my driver's side cab. The outside of my driver's side cab, I'm going to check to make sure there's no fresh damage. I'm going to start with my driver's side mirror, make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and make sure the mirrors are clean and visible. I'm going to check my outside window, make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked or broken. Check the seal around, make sure there's no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and it's present. Check my door handle, make sure it's properly mounted, secure, and working. No missing nuts and bolts. I'm going to check my cab pet light. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts, paint bright color. Check the seal around, make sure it's properly mounted, secured, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. I'm going to check my driver's side steps, make sure they're properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts, and clear of debris, which will cause a slip and fall. I'm going to move on to my dog box. Well, before I do that, I'm going to check the inside. So I'm going to check the seal of the inside of my door, make sure it's properly mounted, secured, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and it's present. I'm going to check my inside window, make sure the seal has no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and it's present. I'm going to move on to my dog box. So I'm going to make sure my dog box is properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. I'm going to check the seal around my dog box, make sure it's properly mounted and secured, no abrasions, blemishes, or cuts is present. And we're going to check the contents that must be in here. First, I must have a fire extinguisher. If it's a standard truck, it has to be 5 BC of pressure. If it's a hazmat truck, it has to be 10 BC. I'm going to make sure that there's 3 reflective triangles in my dog box. And I'm also going to make sure there's spare fuses in my dog box, unless the truck is circuit driven. I'm going to check my fuel tank. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm going to check the cap of my fuel tank. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked or broken when it's present. Let's check the seal inside to make sure there's no abrasions, bulges, or cuts when it's present. I'm going to check the chain and T-joint inside of my cap to make sure it's properly mounted secure, not missing. I'm also going to check the brackets to my fuel tank, make sure it's properly mounted secure, no missing nuts and bolts, not cracked, ripped, or broken, and it has to be rubber on metal to avoid friction. I'm going to move on to the back of my cab. I'm going to do a general overview, make sure there's no fresh damage. I'm going to start at the top, make sure my DOT tape is present, properly mounted, secure, clear, and visible. I'm going to check my exhaust, make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, ripped, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. I'm going to check for leaks, which black seal will indicate. I'm going to check my exhaust mount, make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, ripped, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. I'm going to check my tractor protection valve, make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, ripped, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. I'm going to check my lines coming from my tractor protection valve, which will be my service and my emergency lines, properly mounted, secure. Also, the green wire here is my electrical line. I'm going to make sure that's properly mounted, secure, and present, no loose connections. All right. I'm going to move on to my catwalk and my catwalk steps. Make sure they're properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts, clear of debris, which we call slip and fall. I'm going to check my tractor frame. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, tractor frame. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm going to check my cross members. Make sure they're properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm going to move down to my drive shaft. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. I'm going to check my universal joints. I have 2. I have one here and one in here. Make sure they're properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts, and are properly greased. There can be no play in the universal joint. Alright, I'm going to move on to my control arm mount. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. My control arm, make sure that's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. I'm going to check my splash guard. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. Before I move on to my tires, I'm going to do a general overview of the front of my trailer. Make sure it's properly mounted, make sure there's no first damage. I'm going to check my clearance lights. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, and it's amber in color. I'm going to check the seal around, make sure it's properly mounted, secure, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. I'm going to check my rivets, make sure they're present. If any are missing, it can't be any more than 1 out of every 4.
1 out of every 4.
1 out of every 4. I'm going to check my glide hands. Make sure they're properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts, has a proper connection. I'm going to check the rubber grommet in the inside, make sure it's properly mounted, secure, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. I'm going to check my electrical line, make sure it's properly mounted, secure, and is in good connection. I'm going to make sure there's 7 pins, 7 holes to maintain the proper connection. And then make sure it's in a locking position with the latch that's supposed to be. Alright, I'm going to check my DOT tape. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, clear, and visible. And then I'm going to move on to my tires. So I'm going to call out the differences between these tires and my front tires. So these obviously are double tires. Between the tires, there has to be 2 inches, no less than 2 inches of space. These don't have to be virgin tires, they can be recapped. It has to be no less than 230 seconds of tread depth, evenly worn. I'm going to check my inner, outer tire walls. Make sure there is no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. And again, the PSI will be indicated on the outside of the tire, on the outside tire wall. I'm going to move on to my rims, inner, outer. Make sure they're properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts, no illegal welds. I'm going to check the space between. I'm going to check the space where my two rims are butted together. There can be no gap, no indication, no light, which will indicate a gap, and clear of debris. I'm going to check the outside of my rim, make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts, no illegal welds. I have two valve stems that I have to check. I have one here and one here. This is the outer, this is the inner. And make sure they're properly mounted, secure, and present, and are capped with a metal cap. And then the difference with this seal, the difference with the way this wheel is capped, is this is an axle seal as opposed to a hub seal. It's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts, and can only be removed by a commercial mechanic. Then I'm going to move down to my trailer apron. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts, no excessive rust. Check my fifth wheel and my what is that?
Release handle?
Release arm. Release arm. Yeah. My fifth wheel, my release arm. Make sure they're properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. Check my fifth wheel mount. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. I also have a control arm mount and a control arm here. I'm going to check that the same way I check the other one. Also, I have an airbag here. So make sure that's properly mounted, secure, no missing nuts or bolts, and no signs of dry rot, no abrasions, bulges, and cuts. Right. Then I'm going to move on to my mud flap. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts, not dragging on the ground. Make sure the DOT tape is present and clear. Slide in here. Again, I'm going to check my tractor frame back here. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. I'm going to check my fifth wheel locking jaw. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, and is in a locking position. I'm going to check my what is this called? Kingpin and my shank. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. The locking jaw should be locked around the shank and not the kingpin. Alright. I'm going to check my pet lights and my reverse lights. My pet lights are red in color. My reverse lights are clear in color. Make sure they're both properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. I'm going to check the seal around my lights. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. Alright. Good job. Check my landing gear. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. I'm going to check the pads of my landing gear, make sure they're properly mounted, secure, clear of debris on the top and bottom. I'm going to check my landing gear handle, make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts, and is in a locked position. I'm going to check my cross members from my trailer, and they run all the way back to the back. Make sure they're properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. Do a general overview of the side of my trailer. Make sure there's no first damage. Check my rivets. Make sure they're present, not missing. Check my DOT tape all the way to the back. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, clear and visible. Check my pet light on the side. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. Amber in color. I'm going to check the seal around my pet light. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. I'm also going to check the wire behind my pet light. Make sure it's properly mounted and secure, good connection, and no frays. I'm going to come under my trailer and check my service and emergency airlines. Make sure they're properly mounted, secure, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, and no less than 18 inches off the ground. I'm going to check my sliding tandem rail. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. I'm going to check my sliding tandem. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. I'm going to check my locking pin and my control arm. My locking arm. Make sure it's properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. check my back rims and tires the same way I did at the front of the trailer or at the back of the tractor. I'm gonna point out the difference. This one has a hubcap. I'm gonna make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken on the cements and bolts. Check the level. I can clean the glass and check here. But if I can't see through the glass, I will remove the cap, stick my pinky in up to, and if the oil comes up to my first knuckle, it's at a good level. And it's all properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken on the cements and bolts. No abrasions, bulges, and cuts. I'm gonna check on the side of my trailer, my door hanger. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm gonna check my mud flaps. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm gonna check my running light and the seal around my running light. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. And no abrasions, bulges, and cuts, red in color. Alright, I'm gonna move on to the back of my trailer. Do a general overview, make sure there's no first damage. Start at the top, check my DOT tape. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, clear and visible. I'm also going to check the DOT tape at the bottom. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, clear and visible. Check my door hinges. Make sure they're properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm going to check my door latches and my door handles. Make sure they're properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts and bolts. I'm going to check my door chains, make sure they're properly mounted secure, and 3 inches, or 3 inches. I'm going to check my outside pet lights. Make sure they're properly mounted secure, not cracked or broken. I'm going to check the seal around. Make sure they're properly mounted secure, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, red in color. I'm going to check my inside brake lights. Make sure they're properly mounted secure, not cracked or broken. Also the seal, make sure there's no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, red in color. I'm going to check my identification, my 3 identification lights in the back. Make sure they're properly mounted secure, not cracked or broken, red in color. And the seals around have no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. I'm going to move down to my bumper. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. Check the DOT tape. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, present, and clear. And check my license plate. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, no missing nuts or bolts. I'm going to check my license plate light. Make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. The light should be clear in color and come out to 25 feet. On my passenger side, I'm going to check my spare wheel mount. Check my spare wheel mount, make sure it's properly mounted secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing nuts or bolts. And I'm also going to check if there was a door here on the side of this trailer. I would check the same way I checked the back door.